Hello, my friends. We're going to continue talking about A Course in Miracles. The central theme being forgiveness. Talked about that a lot. I will continue talking about it a lot. But a counterpoint is unforgiving thoughts. Of course, unforgiving thoughts are what causes our lack of forgiveness. How can we forgive someone if the thoughts that we are thinking are ones of judgment, of persecution, of this person has caused me, or event, or situation, has caused me great harm. So much great harm that even though in this moment it doesn't exist, just the mere thought of it causes me to close myself off completely. And there's no room, once we're closed off, there's no room for love. Love is synonymous with forgiveness. The thing is, these unforgiving thoughts imprison us in a reality that justifies the existence of non-forgiveness, the existence of judgment, the existence of grievances and resentments. And so, with that being the world that we perceive, we continue projecting it and projecting it and projecting it, and nothing ever changes. Nothing. Technology marches onwards. Things happen. Scenarios change. But there's still war, there's still crime, there is still people against people, religion against religion, political parties against political parties, neighbor against neighbor. We're trapped. Unforgiving thoughts trap us in a reality that is literally hell. And yet we get addicted. We get addicted to all those qualities of an unforgiving thought. We get addicted to being entrapped within the same prison as the person or situation or event in which we refuse to forgive or even entertain the notion. Truth is, I'm not sure we know how, because forgiveness is a word oft talking about, yet seldom actually practiced. And when it is, it's practiced from an egoic position of, from my position, my saintliness, I am better, if only slightly, than you. You've suffered enough. Maybe. And I will forgive you. Maybe. In time. Maybe. Which again isn't really forgiveness, because we are still emotionally trapped. We are still imprisoned by our own judgments, our own grievances, our own resentments, and the effects that they have on us and the world, because that's the world that we see, that's the world that we live in, that's the world that we raise our kids in. Continuously so. Forever. How do we escape? Is by practicing forgiveness, true forgiveness, which means that we return to original innocence. First ours. If we look at ourselves, have we always meant, in those times when we've harmed someone, have we always meant to? Or did we just get caught up in the moment? Did our thoughts get carried away? Did we simply make a mistake? Did we think we were right and only later figured out that we were wrong? There's a host of things. And we hold ourselves accountable. We judge ourselves. We have our own resentments against ourselves. However, when we realize, man, it was just a mistake and I wish I could get over it, there it is, that wish. That wish is saying, I wish I could return to my original innocence. I wish I could remember. What a great wish. Now look, like every wish, it has an origin in the innocence of wanting something other than is right now. That's pretty big, wanting something other than it is right now, which is the definition, according to Buddha, of suffering. We suffer because we are not present in the moment itself. We are wishing for things to be different or to stay the same. However, what is happening right now or what is not happening right now is unacceptable, and so we suffer. But when we forgive, we are right back in that moment of innocence, in the present. And when we see that, and we get that aha moment, so that's what it is. And that's where I was. And yet I didn't know. I didn't remember. And all these judgments, all these resentments, just floating around like clouds in the spaciousness of my true mind. And all I had to do was ask for a miracle. Sounds pretty big. Miracle. Parting the Red Sea, loaves and fishes, healing the sick. However, in this case, miracle is simply asking for a change of perception. Can I see things differently? And by seeing things differently, I don't want to see something that isn't there. I want to see through all the things that are blocking me from what is present. Innocence, love. I want to forgive so that I am free. I'm free from the situation. I'm free from unloving thoughts towards another. Everything improves. My emotional health improves. My physical health improves. Across the board, Buddha said that you are not punished for your anger, you are punished by your anger. Anger is the punishment itself. The effects that it has, psychologically, emotionally, and physically, spiritually. And we heal that through forgiveness. Forgiveness returns us to the innocence of the present moment. So when we realize our own innocence, we start thinking, man, I wonder if this other person, if they're just as messed up as I was, what's going on in their mind? Are they stuck? Are they stuck in this train of thought of cause and effect, action and reaction, and they can't get off, and they keep repeating these things that are causing themselves great harm as well as seemingly harming others? And if they are caught up in that, can I ask for a miracle for them? Can I see their original innocence? Can I reach out heart to heart and forgive? That doesn't mean we condone behavior. It doesn't mean that we put up with it, that someone mistreats us, that we simply take it. It means we see the original innocence from which they are coming from. We see the delusion of which they are living and thinking, and we forgive it, and we move on. Sometimes we can seek to help. Sometimes we just have to lovingly move past it for our own sake and for the sake of the other person. A lot of people think forgiveness means refusing to see harmful actions. No, you see it. You just don't believe it. Because deep down inside, you know it's not true. Deep down within them, they're not seeking the harm. Course in Miracles says that everything is either love or a cry for love. Wanting to be recognized as love, buried down inside, so deep inside, the only way they know how to express it is through harmful action. So the answer to any cry for love, be it a cry of fear or actual love, is to give love in return. Yeah, that means maybe we need to walk away. Giving them love, but keeping ourselves at a harm's way. We don't ever remove ourselves from the equation. We don't ever say, I can put myself in a position where I allow myself to be harmed, because then I'm not being loving towards myself either. It's a balance. We figure it out as we go. Our heart opens, our discernment and intuition sharpen, and we navigate through life with that open sense of awareness, forgiving and forgiving and forgiving. That's the plan for me. That's what I'm working on. That's what I've been working on for a long time. For a really long time, since I picked up the course in the early 90s. However, only recently. It doesn't have to take you this long. You guys are smarter than me. However, for whatever reason, it seems to be sticking more and more so now. Who knows why? It's just my time. I hope it's your time too. And I hope we all have that time where we decide individually and collectively, I want a miracle. I want to see things differently, and I want to live in a world that has been forgiven. We can make it happen. With that, guys, take care.